Alright, back in BeamNG. I got the van fixed up. It no longer makes that rattling noise, which is probably for the better. And today, the plan is get to level 5. I'm very close to getting there, and I am dead set. I have enough money to buy something to haul dirt. That won't be true for long. You'll see. But we'll get there. So my idea is everything I can haul down here at the auto center, I'm just gonna pick all of it up. Turned out to be not a lot in stock today there. It was pretty poor. So I go there, drop the stuff off, get some more stuff, and head on up to the rental box. Get a good bit of experience from that. Then I get to the motor company, drop off a couple things, but they didn't have anything for me to pick up. And I drop off the last bit of cargo. Now at this point, a couple more things, and I should probably be to level 5. So I take all the things in the garage, and I skedaddle back. And I did crash into the wall there, but the bumper did its job and protected the steering components. I had one thing there I was willing to pick up. And I got to level 5, which meant that I could take hazardous goods, which was a bit concerning because aggregate is not necessarily a hazardous good. So, I was a little scared there. And then I finally did it. I dropped off the last of the goods, and I bang a Yui and go back to the construction site. And even though these are all red, it now says no space. Meaning, well, I did it. All I need to do now is have a vehicle that is capable of doing this. So I bought the commercial insurance, so I can buy a big truck. And I was looking and I found this crew cab box truck. And it was cheap, so I decided to take a look at it, and I probably should have took a look a little further, because this truck more than likely wasn't for me. Not only is it very tippy, but it's got like a gas V12 in it, which is powerful in all of the wrong ways. And the long wheelbase is an absolute miserable pile to control. And it understeers. So I pretty much got back to the shop, like I said, yeah, not doing that. So I looked to see if I could find something else, and I did. I found this H-Series box truck, and I said, oh, I'll do a trade-in. But they don't accept trade-ins. So I just listed the truck up for sale. So, waiting for some offers. Didn't get any. I finally got an offer, and it was like $3 less, so I didn't really care. But I still couldn't buy the box truck. I'm just kidding. Now I could. But I found something a little better. It was that Durham flatbed, and I should have just given up when I saw the Durham. The Durham is a mod, but this one was better. Shorter wheelbase, flatbed, no crew cab, and it was a diesel. Only thing was, it understeered, like, really bad. This would end up being a mistake, too. I should have just bought the box truck. So, I pull up, and I'm ready to install the cargo boxes. And they were inside the cab. And then those ones, which are fixed, you can't turn into aggregate boxes. So now I have successfully gone from 11 grand to 4 grand. And now I'm pretty frustrated, so I just give up and I said, well, I'll just sell the truck. Except the truck was now damaged, so I had to repair it. Looking in the shop, they had sold my box truck that I was gonna buy. Well, dang. There were a couple other trucks on the market, but none of them were really much good. Or they were too expensive for what they were. And I finally sold the truck, and for some reason, the truck still only sold for $500. So, needless to say, I was a little frustrated. So at this point, I just said, you know what, fine, I'll just buy this really cheap van. It was like 2 grand, and I'll just forget about that stupid truck. This van technically is a mod. It's got a different engine in it, but I feel like it's still the same thing. I install a bunch of aggregate boxes just to realize I don't have enough money. Terrific. So, I'm gonna go back to the computer, and I decide to take an offer for the truck. Gets me an extra $500, which hopefully should just be enough to get me by. And it is, I am by the skin of my teeth in terms of money. So I finally decide to try dirt. Go to the quarry. And it was very weird driving something with power in the van. Oh my god. finally pull in, I can get up and start moving dirt. So there are two types, or two ways to move dirt. You can either move it to a certain place for as much as you can carry, or you can take a load, which is a specified amount. I like to do it where I can just take as much as I like, and that's what I did. But it didn't give me a route. It just said deliver to 6 possible locations, and I couldn't even set a route, which was kind of stupid. So I just decided to try and eyeball it to the nearest place. And another thing I noticed is the temp of the van was very much climbing. It was getting a little too toasty for my own taste, and I decided that as soon as I had enough money, I was going to buy a better radiator. So I had to drive really slow. It also seemed to be very hard on all the suspension components, so another thing I decided was I was going to buy some better springs. And I did get clipped there, swerving all over the road. Rear tires really aren't meant for that much weight. I might put some dualies on it if I've got the money. So I'm crawling my van there, and, well, that's not ideal either. Poor van is just limping there, practically. At least it is oil pressure. And I finally get there. And I just made $600. 600, yes. That is a lot of money. So I go back and I repair the van, and that will be it for this video.